Right, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Got some fantastic news for you all with respect to Godzilla vs. Kong. Okay, we're going to be taking a look at the fact that test screenings took place, essentially, 2 days ago, about that anyway. We also have the runtime basically confirmed. It's unlikely they're going to change that because of the test screenings that took place. There's a whole lot of news with respect to Godzilla vs. Kong. Okay, so a test screening has taken place. Now, it hasn't been confirmed specifically by the studio. Now, a lot of people will hear that and go, well, then it's all bollocks. No. The studio rarely confirms any time any test screening has ever taken place. Okay, but let's follow the breadcrumbs, right? So, viewer Anon over on Twitter here has stated that they have seen Godzilla vs. Kong. Okay, now they stated that they saw that on 19 hours ago, and then we also had a post from Adam Wingard, okay, over on his Instagram. Now this again coincides with what we literally just seen with respect to viewer Anon. This was 18 hours ago, okay, and the caption itself was, "Yesterday was a great day for these two fellas." So we'll follow the breadcrumbs along this path. Viewer Anon says they've seen Godzilla King of the Monsters. Now, Viewer Anon, if you don't know who that is, okay, and why we even need to listen to this person, is because they've revealed many things about movies across the years. So yeah, when they say that they've seen a movie at a test screening, 9 times out of 10, you kind of prick your ears up because they've been proven right in the past. Okay, so it's a legitimate source of information, and their track record indicates, yes, we will listen to them. So a test screening has happened. Okay, it has happened, and no, it will never be confirmed by the studio. It's just unlikely that will ever happen. Studios don't like to let people know that they've actually done any test screenings. Now, the post from Viewer Anon is interesting for a few reasons, because it does actually reveal the runtime. Now, there's no spoilers here, okay, but they say that I'm not going to spoil the film. Suffice it to say, Godzilla vs. Kong is the best movie in the modern monsterverse and blissfully runs less than 2 hours. It is not compromised sub 2 hours. The movie is just focused and knows what it needs to do. Wingard nailed it. Now this is great. This is fantastic news. Also, side note, he does say that Tony Todd appears in Candyman. That's because they changed it from the reshoots. Anyway, these things here, this is great to hear. The fact that it's sub 2 hours, I think bodes really, really well. For many reasons. I mean, look, they've obviously said, this person here has said it's very positive, right? They like Godzilla vs. Kong. They like it a lot. It's focused. Wingard has nailed it. Now, if it is overwhelmingly positive, which it actually is, because there's other people here that have confirmed it, right? So comicbook.com did an article saying Godzilla vs. Kong director Adam Wingard took to Instagram today to post a cryptic tease that has fans buzzing. In Wingard's post, he includes a photo from 1962 Godzilla vs. Kong, names flipped for the new version's title, and captioned it, "Yesterday was a great day for these two fellas." To lift the fog about what it all means, comicbook.com can confirm that a test screening for the upcoming sequel took place yesterday. So they've confirmed it separately to what I've just told you is legitimate argument for grounds to state that Viewer Anon's right. So they've confirmed it, and they say that the reception was mostly positive. The film remains on track for its new release date of November 20th. And though Legendary Pictures and Warner Bros. Pictures have had success with their MonsterVerse, it remains to be seen if it will be more films after the two titans meet. Now, Wingard previously opened up on his time working on the movie, calling it the thrill of a lifetime, and revealing earlier this year they were in the home stretch of the editorial process. Now, a few things to note of why this is good and why I think this... The fact that it's sub 2 hours, because a lot of people see sub 2 hours and go, oh, that's concerning. I have no idea why. But the fact that it's sub 2 hours is actually really, really positive, ladies and gents. A sub 2 hour movie means that you're going to get, right? You're going to get more screens, okay? More viewers, more runtimes, more showings, and a higher potential turnover for profit. Now, there's a few movies where it would absolutely hinder the film. And, you know, so a lot of films can be hindered by a low runtime. But if it works, if the narrative and the whole story that they're trying to tell works in 2 hours, right, which it seems to be here, it's not a compromised sub 2 hours. It's focused and it gets into it, right? Apparently Wingard nailed it. If we get into that level of sub 2 hours, then that's fine. That's perfect. It's great. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That means that you'll get more bums on seats, you'll make more profit, and there probably will be more Monsterverse movies. Now, a good example of, you know, how the runtime of a movie can really affect it was basically Blade Runner 2049. Now, that's a movie which overwhelmingly people seem to really like, but it just didn't earn that much money. And a lot of that's to do with the fact that it ran 2 hours 45 minutes, which is just insane. And I've got nothing wrong. I don't have any problem with watching a long film. I really like long films. But this is one of those times where I'm hoping Godzilla vs. Kong, with a sub 2 hour runtime, more showings, more opportunity for kids to see it, you're going to run into some great profit. Like, genuinely great profit. Now, again, you know, a lot of people are kind of misconstruing it. You know, you got Godzilla movie saying overwhelmingly positive. I mean, look, that's a huge stretch to say overwhelmingly positive. I mean, he says, look, I'm not going to spoil the film. Suffice it to say, Godzilla vs. Kong is the best movie in the modern Monsterverse and blissfully runs less than 2 hours. It's not a compromised sub 2 hours. The movie is just focused and knows what it needs to do. Wingard nailed it. So that's one person saying that it's great and that Wingard nailed it, which, yeah, is overwhelmingly positive. But if comicbook.com has other people that they know as sources that have seen this film, and they're just saying that it's mostly positive, in fairness, I think we're on a good track here. I think this is still really, really good. I don't want to buy into it being... Oh, and I'm a huge fan. Guys, like, you've seen me rant and rave about this. I'm all about this shit. Like, I lap this up. I love it. But I don't want to buy into this level of hype just yet. The fact that, you know, it's overwhelmingly positive. I'd prefer to be balanced. I would much prefer to be balanced and just say, look, it's mostly positive. The fact that people are saying it's mostly positive is actually fantastic. Test screenings they're so confused sometimes. And for this film, especially the fact that it's been back for reshoots and things like that, for this film to get a mostly positive reception at a test screening is actually a really good sign. It goes to show that the reshoots, again, going to what Viewer Anon said, it goes to show that the reshoots were not squandered, that they were actually really focused reshoots. They've changed what they needed to change. They've improved it. They've basically improved what they needed to improve, and they've just moved on like that. So I really like this news. I think this is fantastic. Adam Wingard cops a lot of flack, but I've got high hopes. I mean, I was on Skype with someone in LA, in Hollywood. No naming names or anything along those lines, but again, they're close to this production in some ways, and they're very confident about this, and also very confident about Adam Wingard. So he cops a lot of flack, and rightly so. He cops a lot of flack for Death Note, right? For Netflix's Death Note, but he is good at other stuff. Okay, he is actually a good director. So I've got high hopes for this, and I also like the fact that Legendary and Warner Brothers are hiring not top-of-the-line directors, right? I mean, you had Michael Dougherty for Godzilla King of the Monsters. Proved himself, though. Most Godzilla fans like Godzilla King of the Monsters, so he's proved himself. And now he's off on to bigger and better things. And hopefully Adam Wingard does the same. But there you go. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comments section. If you are new here, do hit subscribe. Stay up to date on the world of pop culture movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. Thanks so much for watching, the guys. I've been Mr. H. Take care.